Hey everybody, and welcome back. I am KRX, and this is going to be another starter city build. Again, always focused on sort of design and sort of urban planning more so than efficiency and things like that. Because, I mean, all of these will be a good example of how to build a successful starting city, except for the one where I think there's one where we had to cheat a little bit. But although that tip right there is useful, right? Using Move It to sort of create money for you on the fly. So we do make successful cities, right? We've always made successful cities. But once you've made hundreds of successful cities, it's not that interesting anymore. It's more interesting to think about how do we make the city look? How do we make it designed? This map right here, another one of the Mr. Miyagi maps. So it is a completely vanilla map, but it's giving us a large flat area, which I'm not a big fan of. I usually do like maps that have a little bit more chaos going, especially this first square. I do like the first square is flat. That's what I mean to say. I apologize, guys. Of course, it's not flat, but we of course have been building just within the initial square, and then thinking, still trying to at least like visualize the rest of the map. This is actually a really cool looking map. I think you could set a really interesting city on it. I'm just thinking like this is going to be a bit of a challenge, just because of kind of what we're given just to work off right now. I mean, we do probably want to take advantage of the farmland here. We also have oil up here, so we could do like, this could kind of tell us we got the rail coming in this way, sort of some rail kind of, I don't even know how these rails would even work, because it's like if you make a road right here, right? If we make a road right here, these rails are going to have to go up or over fast. So the rails themselves don't really match up well with the intersections themselves, it seems to me. But it is interesting that we technically have 3 intersections that we can build off of. I mean, I'm almost thinking like this would be kind of an interesting commercial area, but this doesn't tie into here, right? I mean, unless we could just do like an under, we could just, or like an over, right? We could just actually have a road that goes over here. Maybe this is residential in here. Maybe this is sort of, well, if this is residential, I mean, is this going to be the oil? Is this going to be the agricultural? I mean, is this residential over here? I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not completely sure. Actually, here, quick tip: we got ultimate eye candy here. We can set sort of set the clock there to noon. There we go. Let's get building, guys. Let's get building. Let's make a profiting city here. But I do think that sort of part of the plan, I think, is to try and make. We have to build our first road first. Then we got to think about power and water and all this other stuff. Where's the power going to go, actually? It's giving us that's giving us a 7. Having it in the center here might not be that bad, because we could sort of distribute lines. I think this would probably get across, right? So we could put it here, and hopefully we'd get power to be able to hop across and sort of like use this from the center point. It's getting the same 7 megawatts there. I'm kind of tempted to do that. Let's pause, right? Let's pause so we're not losing money and stuff. We're getting how to pause. Just spacebar. I swear we've played this game for 2,000 hours. Okay, so let's get going here, guys. Sorry, this one's a little discombobulating again. I actually really like cities that have that sort of have a little bit more to work with. This looks like this is a water source here. See how this is flowing out? It looks like the map author put a water source here, so there's always going to be water generating here. So we could actually just pump clean water here. We could pump out the dirty water here. We are going to need to pump out the dirty water into the ocean without question. And I think we'd be able to pump this from here, because this is essentially a clean water. Like anytime you have a lake or anything like that, it means that there's a water source here. So this will be generating water, sort of just, water will just be, in fact, I think we can sneak a peek at this with the water tool. Yeah, there's a big water source right there. So this will easily be able to pump from here. With this one pump, that won't be a problem. So we are going to need to at least hook these up. It's interesting because we're actually doing this first. This is building roads, which is good. But then again, I kind of also want to think about how this is going to get all attached up. But this will at least kind of give us an idea on the money that we have. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of expensive. I'm not gonna lie. And we're gonna end up. I mean, we got the road coming in here, so how is that gonna swing around and such? I mean, we got these two. I mean, I could see us making like a circular loop here, though, maybe right between this comes up and over here. This like joins up, but that's the thing. It's like, does this one connect through and make the loop, or does this one go through, sort of make that shape, and then this sort of just comes off in it, kind of more of a different look? But either way, let's just let's get this down. We're gonna have to get this down. Now, we're not necessarily going to have to actually connect this the way that I'm doing this, but I'm going to get this down just to be safe. Okay, there we go. Good. Now we got 50,000. That's our power and water essentially set up. We'll need more power and more water once we actually get the roads down, but we'll need to see where the roads are actually going to lie here. I think for now we're not going to worry too much about the about connecting everything up right now. This is going to be sort of like, but we're thinking about at least how it's going to be in terms of planning. This is already occupied. Okay, come over here. Turn on anarchy. It's fighting with us. There's nothing wrong with that connection, but the game's saying so. Although, yeah, this is not good for the money, but we kind of need this to actually be sort of angled out more. I guess we're just freestyling it, I don't particularly love that. Maybe we should have built the road first and then connected the two, but that'll be fine. So this will be able to sort of come through here, go up, go over, come down, and maybe sort of join in with something over here, which we could just kind of do something like this. I think this would probably be a lot of housing out here. This, I'm thinking commercial. Thinking housing, thinking industrial, which that's a big industrial area, I'm not gonna lie. So maybe we kind of like, but I mean, eventually we'll want a lot of industry eventually. That's a huge area though. So maybe we just kind of take like half of it. Maybe this is gonna be residential over here, sort of wrapping around. And then this is gonna be the industrial with a little bit of farming, a little, and kind of more oil. I'm not sure. This is also going to be kind of more expensive, right? More expensive. Let's get this connected for now. We can clean that up in the future as well. We do need to at least get, this is actually kind of goofy because now we have a system where it's like, okay, we're using all these different bits and nothing's quite actually getting sort of connected up. We do need to make one big sweeping road, but I don't know if we have the money to do that right now. This is also kind of creating a traffic nightmare. How much is it, or not a traffic nightmare, but a sort of a cost nightmare. How much would this cost us? See, that'd just be like, we'd basically be spending like 20,000 on that, which, I mean, could we hack that? Maybe. Maybe. This probably could be a roundabout right here, to be honest. I think this is going to be, this is an interesting one because we're given this huge flat area, right? So I'm trying to think this all out. We need to at least connect this up. And then we'll probably make it into a roundabout eventually. Can we just go straight? I'm not sure. What would this look like if we just sort of went in like that? Get rid of road bend with fine road anarchy there. Bring this through. Don't know what's going on here, guys. Don't know what's going on. Probably should have been smoothed out. We can get where this is going to be a roundabout, so that'll be cleaned up. That'll be cleaned up. Still got 30,000. We're doing okay here. But we could kind of see how this would maybe. sort of swoop in and sort of join in here, maybe this would look different to kind of accommodate for it. This is sort of swooping around. I mean, heck, I'm tempted just to go for it here. Let's get something here that's kind of acceptable. Holding control here to kind of get that to snap a little bit at the 105. Kind of make it, you know, kind of more straight. Yikes, guys. Alt there with precision engineering to get that hooked up. It's goofy, but at least we have kind of like the sort of an outline here of how this could all work. So now we got to frantically get in sort of like just general zoning in here. I could see actually a lot of this being split with a dirt road and sort of running a dirt road through the agricultural area. Dirt roads are also like a lot cheaper, which is nice. It's like, okay, does that do that? Does that look good? Not really. Not really. Maybe we want to go more with the fertile soil a bit more. I don't know what we got going on here, but I'm hoping that that it'll work. And I could see, you know, housing going out here. We could end up just sort of putting some, you know, a road off here with some industry or something. Maybe we want to do it at the point where it starts to bend. Yeah. Just kind of doing some random stuff here. I don't know. This, like I said, big open spaces. I say this all the time. Big open spaces kind of freak me out a little bit. But I think the idea of having this be housing is good. Is good. Looks like we are going to have to bring roads through to kind of like fill this in, though. Using the freeway now to kind of be a guide there. Definitely leaving a lot of empty space. This, but honestly, we'll probably just take it from here and just kind of freestyle this around. And it's not going to be perfect, but we're getting some 90 degrees. We're getting some 89s. We're getting some... And 90 degrees and 89s, we take those. We take those. I can actually kind of dig that a little bit. So this will get us commercial here, which actually has power. This will get us residential, which has power. We'll need to move a little bit of this over to here. The industry set up correctly. Let's start to pipe all of this. And this should result in a successful city, but we will see. We got 3,000. Can we do it? Kind of. Alrighty, so, let's get this in. This should make us money. Did we get that watered up on that side? We did. Okay, all the way up to right about here. All of this on this side of the road is watered as well. Do that. Should kind of naturally grow where the power already is. Get some there. Start growing from out here. I think this should be good. We got no money left. We got to go in here, set the water and power down all the way. What have I missed? I don't think I've missed anything. Let's go up to speed 3. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can turn a profit here. Well, it's going to be a second. It's going to be a second. We need these houses to pop back in. Let's continue zoning these areas. I think we do want to bring another road around here so these houses aren't like permanently sort of there. I think the other thing we could do is we could bop the side zoning here too, but we kind of need to just be making a profit here, I think, to start. Yeah, that's kind of losing power a little bit going off the edge. Is it saying we're not making enough? What's going on here? Bring that up to 100% already. What are we missing here? We're making plenty of power. I don't know why it wasn't. I guess we needed 3 megawatts. I guess at 50% budget, you only make 25% of your power. So we could be a little bit more specific about how we're doing that, but I think we're okay here. This is goofy. This is going to get changed. We just gotta kind of make our money. We've over designed this area, to say the least. We've over designed this area already. No question about it. I can see a little bit of a commercial strip here on the water, though. I could also see the industry coming around and tapping into the water too. This is kind of an interesting little water feature that we're building in commercial around. Did I say industry along? I meant commercial. Sort of like a little commercial strip there. But I could also see the industry using that. But maybe the industry goes back up here and sort of has some ports. Actually, this kind of looks like a port area back here a little bit. So that could be a thing. There we go. We're making a profit. Thank you, everybody, for watching this first episode of the Started Build series. We are making money. That means that everything is good to go. We're just going to have to keep making more money to keep this going. Thanks, everybody. I will see you guys in the next episode.